Just firstly, I just wanted to have an update, if possible, on just going into the weekend. Obviously, we've kind of had we had a change of goalkeeper last weekend, a new person stepping in, someone that we've done a bit of investigation on. Is that someone we can expect to join the squad? And also, is there an update on Rachel and how she's doing?
Yeah, so Rachel still injured. She's gonna, for the next couple of weeks at least, she's gonna be out of the squad just to make sure she heals. It's not a big thing, but we want to protect her. And our goalkeeper that you could see last week will be again in the squad this week. As soon as we finalize some paperwork, it will be announced. It hasn't been announced yet, but yeah, she's part of our team.
That's just an administrative thing, is it?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah. And, we talked to Lisa there. This is quite a different team going into this season, a number of new players coming in. Obviously, with the professionalization of the league, things have developed really rapidly. What have you kind of learned from the last couple of games? Obviously, we're still at the very start of the season, but having seen this team now play a couple of games, is there anything that you've learned from that you want to take into the next game against Spartans and then going forward?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to compare this team with the team last season. Are two different teams with different players, but I love the squad. I think we are very, very strong. We got a lot of great positions, great backup for every single position, and they are really making it very, very difficult for us to pick a team. I think last week I didn't like the first half. Obviously, the heat, the pitch, it's not excuses. It really affects both teams, and it didn't help the way we play. But actually, we addressed it at halftime, and I thought the second half the girls were fantastic, and we make up for it. So I think so far I'm delighted with the performance of the girls. Obviously, the Hibs game was amazing. Obviously, we have a little advantage with their preparation, but this doesn't take any credit from how fantastic the girls were. Pressing, the decision making, the position on the pitch, the reaction to lose the ball, it was fantastic, and that's what we want to take to Spartan games. We know it's a game where we dropped 2 points last year. For me, that was a very, very hard game to take. We have 27 chances, and we just managed to equalize in the last 3 minutes of the game. Very disappointing game, and we are working very hard this week to make sure we are better than we were last year, and hopefully we manage to get the 3 points.
Yeah, and you mentioned the pitch last weekend. I think will it be nice to be back at the home stadium in Airdrie? And also, are you pleased that they've changed the time so that there's no clash now with the men's game?
Yeah, 100%. So first, I am delighted to come back home. Obviously, the previous game we had at home, we were outstanding against one of the best teams in the country. And we have an amazing scoreline, and I think that suit our expansive style of play, and also the fact that they got a brand new surface, it helped us a lot. So I think we are going to be very strong at home this season, and I look forward to play there. On top of that, I think the club has been brilliant. They did something that I thought was clever and was very important. So now fans can be at both games. So hopefully we will have a huge crowd, and hopefully we will cheer them up as a warm-up to then come to Celtic Park and cheer them in. So I think it could be a perfect Sunday, hopefully with 2 Celtic wins. But for me, it's exciting, and I'm delighted that the club done.
Well, I'll let you know how it goes trying to be at both games on the same day, because I'm going to try and get from Airdrie to Celtic Park. Just finally, you mentioned there the lineups. We were pleased to see it. Well, I think we've talked in last season about, different squads starting and a different starting 11 and never quite being able to make that prediction. Having the consistent starting 11 from the first 2 games, is that something we can expect to see more of? Or as players like Liv Chance and the new players come in and maybe things might get switched up a bit, what's your thinking there?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect the same formation every week. That it's never been the way we manage the team, and it will never be the way. We don't believe in 11 players will win you a tournament. A team will. So for us, squad rotation is very important, not only in terms of giving opportunity, but in terms of keeping everyone. You saw the way we play is very, very intense. We press very, very intensely for 90 minutes or 95 minutes. And players need their rest. So it's not realistic with our style and our way of playing to have a player that play 90 minutes every game. It's very, very difficult. So yeah, no, we will rotate. We will always rotate, and we will reward training. For us, training is very important. The application and the quality of training is very important, and we want to reward girls that excel in training. You saw some example of somebody who didn't expect Tyree, for example, to have her debut, and she was fantastic at training, and we are never scared to, if they are in the first team squad, they can play at any time because we trust them, and they can earn their spot. So yeah, expect changes. We don't know the team yet. We have an idea, but we don't know the team yet. But yeah, I would expect some changes. Yeah.
Look forward to it, and good luck. And I probably won't see you afterwards because I'll be running off quickly. But yeah, good luck.
Thank you very much. Enjoy both games.
Other than the goalkeeper position, is there any other positions you're looking at strengthening in the transfer window before it closes?
No. We are done. The squad is finalized, and I am delighted. I'm delighted we got backup for every position. Very, very strong backups for position. You saw the bench that we have on Sunday. It's very, very strong bench. So I am very happy with the effort that the club has done to support the team and the players that we managed to bring here, players of a very, very high caliber, and hopefully they are going to help us to achieve our goals this season. But no more business. Happy with what we got.
Can you tell us, Fran, is Sarah Hart's left the club or is she still at Celtic?
No, she's gone. She's gone. She will be announcing soon on her terms what's happening, but no, she's not a Celtic player anymore.
Okay. In terms of the games at the weekend, obviously Partick restricted Celtic to 2 goals and over, and Motherwell took Glasgow City to 97 minutes before they got a Tony Ralston style winner. Is that a sign that the other teams in the league are improving and closing the gap on the top 3?
Yeah, I mean, I was asked after week 1 about the 30 goals between, and I say it's unrealistic and it won't happen often. And you saw, for us it was very difficult. I think Partick Thistle was very well organized. They didn't allow space. The conditions, the pitch dimension also, made very, very difficult to attack and easier to defend. So we find it very difficult. They were very good, organized as well defensively, of course. So credit to them. But, we got 3 points and a clean sheet. I'm delighted. We don't expect to win 7-0 or 8-0. Or, we just... Hopefully we can try to get the 3 points as many times as possible. And the other game was, in the last kick of the game, Glasgow City managed to get the 3 points, but that was, everyone thought that would be a draw. So that's very good for the league. Even games, can go either way, and I think we will see more than that because every single squad this year is strong. So yeah, I will expect that every game. For us, I definitely expect even games, every single game we play this season.
Spartans always seem to play well against Celtic. So what are you expecting from them at the weekend? Yeah,
you saw that fixture last year. We dropped 2 points. Despite creating 27 chances, we dropped 2 points. So we expect a team that are going to give 150%. They always do that against Celtic. They always play the best they can against Celtic, and we expect a very tough game. But for us, it's important to concentrate on ourselves. I think if we are at our best, if we are what we are doing in training, if we are then in match day, I think we could be successful. We will be able to impose our game. But definitely, we don't underestimate the Spartans. I know the first league game, they had a very, very bad game and a very bad result, but they managed to beat Hearts. Hearts is a very strong side. They managed to beat them on the weekend, so for sure it's a very difficult opponent that won't be underestimated, and to get the 3 points we have to be at our best. If not, we won't get the 3 points.
The Rangers game's off this weekend because of the Champions League, so that's a chance for us to put a bit of daylight between us and them.
Yeah, I think it's early there, David. We don't think about what position we have on the table at this moment in time. What is important for us would be to get 3 wins in a row. That would be very, very important. And if we can top up this with a clean sheet, we will be delighted. It's early days. If it was in the last 2 months of competition, I think, yes, having points ahead rather than games in hand, that psychologically can help. But at this moment in time, it's only 3 games. I think that's irrelevant. But it would be amazing for us to have 100% record after 3 games. I would love that.
Just lastly for me, Fran, later in the season with the World Cup coming up, is there a big opportunity to get the women's team playing at Celtic Park for quite a few games and get a big crowd in?
I think the club is working towards it. I don't know how many games, so I don't know, but I think they are working towards it, potentially to have at least one game at Celtic Park. Obviously, I would love that. I think it's a good opportunity to not only for Celtic as a club, but for the league as a league to actually help and increase the numbers and the attendance on the women game. That so far this year we are beating records, not only obviously in the last Euros, but now here in Scotland we are beating records of attendance, which make me very, very happy, because this is all of us have to congratulate, including yourself, of course, guys, because we are, between all of us, we are growing the women game, and I think we have to keep pushing and we have to make it better. But yeah, I would expect many of the teams in the league to play in games in their main stadiums since it's the World Cup. I would love to see that. Yeah.
How is a new Chinese player, number 28?
Yeah, so Shen Meng Lu, we call her Lu. She's a very good player. She's learning English every time a little bit better. Her English is not perfect yet, and then obviously she's now in this period of adaptation to a league that is much more physical. That she played in Portugal last year in a much more physical league. So, but she's getting better. She's getting better each day. Not only her language, but also in training. She's been more aggressive. She's been better at duels. So we are happy with her. So I think it's a little bit too early for her to maybe do starts, but she's getting better, and very, very soon she will be able to fight for a position in the first 11, and we will be able to see more of her. But we are happy with her.